supposed to be checks and balances in the exchanges so that if your husband applied for a subsidy, maybe he's unemployed or doesn't have a job that offers him benefits, it was supposed to stop him from getting a subsidy because you have that coverage available to you. Well, there's several problems. First of all, employers don't have to start reporting what coverage you have until next year. So they don't even have that information. And secondly, one of the government entities in the study, they created 12 completely false identities and applied for insurance in the exchange. All 12 got insurance. 11 of the 12 got subsidies when they shouldn't have. So clearly the checks and balances are not in place. So there are a lot of people out there who think, some of them are doing outright fraud, but let's assume they don't understand the law, as most people don't. The questions are confusing at best. And they go online and your husband gets a subsidy for you and the kids, or for him and the kids. You're on the plan here, husband gets a subsidy through the exchange, and let's say that subsidy is $600 a month. Well, 3 years from now, fast forward, man travels, submits their reporting next year, the government gets it in, they have to get reports from the carriers, eventually it all comes together, gets put in a big database, and in 2017 they come to you and say, hey, your husband wasn't supposed to be getting that subsidy. So what's $600 times 12 times 3? That's 7, 8, $21,000, $22,000. But this is IRS you owe the money to, so penalties and interest. So you're looking at a potential bill of $30,000 that you now owe the government. And they have not specified any different enforcement on that than any other debt that you owe the IRS. And you might say, well, wait a second. I went online. I answered the questions. Listen, if I deduct from my corporate tax return a travel to Vegas for a personal trip, and they can prove that it was a personal trip 3 years later, am I going to pay for that? Yeah. So I want everyone to be aware of that because there's a lot. Every time I do a group of people, they all, my husband got a subsidy. No, he's not eligible. I know he got it, but he's not eligible. So anyway, we call that the family glitch in the industry anyway. And like I said, a study was done to determine if that was feasible to fix, and it would just explode the whole system. It was trillions of dollars additional subsidies that the system can't afford to fix, which means a lot of people that need a subsidy can't get it, which to me discounts any good in the bill that you might have seen to some extent. Anyway, I mean, listen, there are parts of the bill that are good. I also applaud the president for getting some